the demonize the entire and call them terrorists the way I've seen some people calling them, then you are going to push 9 million people into starvation, because Boda Boda today remains the only employment opportunity for our youth. I know very many graduates, even from University of Nairobi, who are riding Boda Boda because it's the only option they got. They don't have any other option. That's the only employer in this country. The agricultural sector collapsed. Ule mtu alikuwa anafanya kilimo resorted to Boda Boda. Every sector in this country has collapsed. So everyone is going for Boda Boda. So surely the government has failed us on this. We must not put this blame on Boda Bodas, although there are some criminal elements in the Boda Boda industry. That one I must appreciate. But we must not. I understand today some people are being arrested in Bungoma, people are being arrested in Kisumu. So if you arrest somebody in Bungoma, are you going to charge him for what happened at the Forest Road?
Okay. So this is a very, very magnificent and very, very important interview we are bringing to you live here in the rivers of Africa. Keep joined, keep tuned and subscribe to this channel because we are bringing you the very best content that you deserve. The next question I would like to ask, because this the same Boda Boda sector, many have said that it has been many criminals have synchronized themselves into this sector because they come themselves as Boda Boda members, but to some point they turn into criminals. That is why sometimes when Boda Boda guy hits a vehicle on the road, sometimes they tend to ensure that they bring him out of the vehicle, and then after some time you will realize that maybe somebody is missing, and the person who hit that Boda Boda, that vehicle might be he might not be a Boda Boda, but he might be mistaken to be a Boda Boda. So what are your opinions about that, and how can the government ensure that they deal with such like things? Because this is that it has now given out new rules and guidelines that every Boda Boda must be registered. So I think the government is planning to ensure that they reduce this. So how do you see about that?
As I had said earlier,
yes,
it's not a bad idea
yeah,
to make sure that all Boda Boda follow the procedure.
yes,
But at the same time, the government failed from the word. And as I speak right now, I think the minister in charge of roads and transport sector, this James Macharia, could have retired yesterday, could have resigned yesterday, because number one, you have lost the goodwill. Because him himself is trying to prove to us that he's a lazy man, he is a man with no knowledge on how to put some policies that can also give the guideline to all the motorists. Because here we do have a certain character that emerge between the all motorists. Remember, we are sharing one road, which is a public utility that has to be shared. No matter you have the V8 or Subaru or the Boda Boda, as long as you are using the driving license, at the same time you are using the government road. Because you see the traffic officer, once he realized Mr. Kiberenge is riding on a heavy machine, and I do have the motorbike, he is going to be treated special. And that's why you see they've grown horns. Now the only way the Boda Boda people can defend themselves is now counter-attacking right direct. If you hit me and I know you are riding on a high Gazela, I cannot afford to give the police officer maybe 2,000. I can only give 200 or even 100 because at the end of the day I have a family to take care of. So I will just say, turusha mikono, potelea mbali, tumalizane hapo balance. That's why you see, wanafanya kama mob justice. Because they know nothing can happen. And that's the reality. You can never run away from the reality. This is Kenya. We've been living here for quite a long time and we know how the system is operating.
So the government, the law must just cut across, no matter what position you're occupying. Or
exactly. Because if we are being served equally, I know as a motorist using a motorbike, is a line I cannot cross over. And also whoever who has the big machines, and even the matatu guys, also to respect the Boda Boda. You will come to realize this thing, we can solve them in a friendly way, in a cohesive way, but because of being, maybe we undermine other people, that's the one that is bringing all this. Because I believe even that lady, she had committed error somewhere, because they were saying she had hit one of the bike riders. And if she could have swallowed her pride and come down and listened to them, they could have at least come up with a solution to what that is. It could not have escalated to that far. So it's all about being peaceful. Both the parties, including the government also. And also when the government is rewarding these people to the CAs and what they must give to expertise who knows how to deal with issues. Because today we are singing about rider, the Boda Boda guys. What about what is happening in Baringo? I've not seen Matiang'i also reacting the same. But we have lost more than 38 people. Baringo bandits. Now it's a kind of a trend in this country that the government imezembea. We can say it is lazy. But also, if it comes with the rules that can regulate and give each and every Kenyan a right to do something at the right time, in the right place, we are for that.
Okay, thank you. What are your...
My take on that is that we cannot blame all of them for the Boda Boda sector for harboring criminals. Criminals in this country are in places you don't expect them to be. Not so much in the Boda Boda sector. The country has lost trillions of shillings in corruption. There is even a politician who claimed the Kenya loses 2 billion shillings every day. It's not stolen by Boda Boda people. It's not stolen by Boda Boda. So this question of telling us that criminals are harbored in Boda Boda, there are in every market there is its own lunatic. And in the Boda Boda sector there should be 1, 2, 3 lunatics. But we cannot, because daily people are using these machines to be transporting them from one point to another. And they are employing very many people. They are decent people. They pay tax. They go to church and give offerings. Others go to the mosques and give their offerings in the. So we cannot say that the Boda Boda is harboring criminals. What we are trying to say is this. There was a failure to regulate the industry at its very initial stages. Should they have created frameworks on how the industry should be governed, then it would not have, because in countries like Rwanda, you'll find that things are running. Where you find a traffic lights or there is a zebra crossing, the Boda Boda person stops. That motorbike cyclist stops. Here, people just move. And it's because we have a problem at the very top of our own society. People don't follow the law. Orders are issued by courts and people ignore those court orders. So if you are ignoring court orders at the very top, why do you expect the Boda Boda rider to respect zebra crossing? So what I'm saying is that when you begin harboring banditry in governance, when you begin harboring bad governance, at the end of the day, let me tell you this, it festers, and at the end of the day, you find it trickling down to the very low levels of society. So in my opinion, I would say that they failed to regulate the industry, they failed to come up with policy frameworks, and then two, these are people who have created their own jobs. You failed to create for them jobs. They have created for themselves jobs, and you're telling them to go home. Who? Why? How? What we are trying to say is this. These people must be given room to operate. Boda Bodas must be given room to operate. We should have rules. And you don't tell us that all of them should go and re-register. Re-register to who? Because that one does not save a person from poking the holes of poking the genitals of a lady or even a man. If a man has any apertures where you can poke a hole, you'll still do it. Getting a certificate of good conduct does not stop you from how many all these policemen took a certificate of good conduct before they joined the police force. But there are people who take bribes. Does it mean that because you are serving the police, you have a certificate of good conduct? Does it mean that you not pick bribes? So what you're trying to say is this: we must first of all try to create a culture of responsibility for one another. Let us be patriots. Let us know that whatever you do is going to harm the other. And once we realize that we are going to hurt one another with all these games, people will now sit on the table and say, now, can we work on rules that operate for everyone equally? But this question of trying to ban these ones today, just because a building has come down, you ensure that all buildings that are in that area are stopped from being... we cannot work that way. Let us work with problems. You get a problem and give it solution. That is my take on it.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Kiberenge, what are your